And we are back in the building, back with some more boxing. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and all that good stuff. Now, guys, I got a bombshell here. Breaking news pertaining to the former unified welterweight champion, Errol the True Spence Jr. He dropped a heavy one on us today on his verified social media when he revealed that he underwent cataract surgery to repair a right eye problem that hampered his performance in his fight against Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, if you guys didn't know, that is the same eye that he had the retina tear on, that he had surgery where he had to pull out of that Manny Pacquiao fight. You guys remember that. Yordenis Ugas stepped in to face Manny Pacquiao and became the WBA champion. And then after that, of course, he defended that belt against Errol the True Spence Jr. and he lost the fight. This was after the surgery, of course. So let me read what Errol had to say. We're going to get into this a little bit, give my take on this whole situation. So Errol says here, and I quote, "Had successful cataract surgery today. That explains why I got hit with so many jabs and hooks lately and have been overdue since the Crawford fight. Still a great performance by bro. No more excuses after this fight, though. The champ is back." So those were the words of Errol the True Spence Jr. after having successful cataract surgery. Now, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know how, this affected his fight with Crawford. It could, I think it could have, I think it probably was a legitimate concern in the fight. I don't want to take anything away from Crawford. I don't want to do that because I think Crawford fought a brilliant fight, and I still think if this wasn't a factor, that he still would have won the fight. He took away Errol Spence's best attributes in that fight, and that was his jab with his superior jab, I would say. Terrence Bud Crawford had a superior jab in the fight, and he just had a better game plan and a better skill set, all around the board. So I wouldn't take anything away from Crawford. I know a lot of people are. They're going to look at this and they're going to say, see, this is why Errol Spence Jr. lost the fight, because he had cataracts. Now, on the flip side, you can say that, well, he had a retina tear and he got that repaired before going into a fight with Ugas, and he dominated Ugas in that fight. That argument could be made, and you could look at him saying that he lost the fight with Crawford as an excuse. Either way, you could say certain things, but I just don't want to take away from Crawford's win because the guy was brilliant in the ring. He was just a better fighter that night. Is Errol Spence Jr. making excuses? Errol Spence Jr. is not really known to make excuses. He's a pretty solid guy in my opinion. He didn't up until now. People may say he's making an excuse here. I don't really know if it's an excuse. It could be taken that way. It could be taken that way, and I think some people will take it that way. Some people will use it as an excuse and try to take away from Crawford's win. But like I said, I'm not going to take away from Crawford's win. I still think, even in a second fight, even if it's at 154, I think Crawford still wins the fight. I think he's just a superior fighter. I think he's the more disciplined of the two fighters, and I think that makes a lot of. I think that that plays a lot into winning a fight. Who's the more disciplined of the two? And when we see sometimes Spence is not disciplined all the time. When he's preparing for a fight, sure, he's disciplined. But when he's not fighting, that's really not his thing. He's not really a gym rat like I would say Terrence Bud Crawford is. Terrence Bud Crawford is always in the gym. He's always preparing. And he's just, in my opinion, he's just a better fighter. Nothing to take away from Spence because Spence has done a phenomenal thing in the sport of boxing. But like I said, this could be taken as an excuse coming from him. I don't really want to say that because, the guy's been through a lot, retinal tears, cataract surgery, being in a car accident. He's had a lot of obstacles to overcome, and he's done a lot more than some guys who, never had those obstacles. So the guy's almost superhuman in a sense. But we'll see what happens if this is going to affect his upcoming rematch with Terrence Bud Crawford. I don't know what happens now. Will this fight be pushed out? Will this fight not happen at all? I've already heard people saying that, they don't think, he should fight anymore. We just don't know right now. Errol's not a big talker. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Let it all play out. But yeah, Errol Spence Jr. had cataract surgery. It was successful on the same eye as he had on the retina tear. So you guys let me know what you think about this. Do you think that's the reason Crawford won, because of the cataracts? Do you think he was just the skilled fighter, more skilled fighter? Do you think Errol's making excuses? Do you think a lot of his hardcore fans are going to make excuses for him by presenting this? You guys let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.